Yahya Sinwar, a name that sends chills down the spine of many. Born in the volatile region of Heinous, Gaza, he would rise to become one of the most feared and ruthless leaders of Hamas. But this rise was not a straightforward journey. It was paved with manipulation, cruelty, and a deep understanding of his enemies, cultivated behind the cold steel bars of Israeli prisons. Meet Betty Lahat, a longtime prison administrator who spent decades dealing with some of Israel's most dangerous criminals. Among them was Sinwar, a man she would come to describe as a coward, a sadistic manipulator who would send others to do his dirty work while he sat safely on the sidelines. Sinwar was born in 1962 in Khan Yunis, Gaza. From an early age, he was drawn into the violent world of radical Islam. During his studies at the Islamic University of Gaza, he became particularly close to Sheikh Ahmed Yassin, the spiritual leader who co-founded Hamas in 1987. Sinwar quickly rose through the ranks of Hamas, known for his brutal methods of dealing with anyone suspected of collaborating with Israel. His paranoia was legendary. Sinwar would force suspected detractors to dig their own graves before being buried alive. In 1988, he orchestrated the abduction and murder of 2 IDF soldiers, actions that led to his capture and imprisonment. But for Sinwar, prison wasn't the end. It was just the beginning. Behind bars, Yahya Sinwar didn't just survive, he thrived. Betty Lahat, who served as head of prison intelligence from 2002 to 2010, recalls how Sinwar manipulated the prison environment to his advantage. Betty Lahat said the following: Sinwar was a master manipulator. He instigated violence, sending other prisoners to stab guards or create chaos, but he was always careful to stay in the shadows, ensuring the blame never fell on him. While others paid the price for the disturbances he caused, Sinwar maintained a careful relationship with prison authorities, positioning himself as a leader among the security prisoners. His influence extended beyond the prison walls, as he used his time behind bars to network with other terrorists, learn Hebrew, and study Israeli society in depth. Sinwar's fluency in Hebrew and his deep understanding of Israeli culture and politics turned him into a formidable strategist. He knew Israel's strengths and weaknesses, and he was determined to exploit them. In 2011, after serving more than 2 decades of multiple life sentences, Sinwar was released in the infamous Gilad Shalit prisoner exchange deal. Over 1,000 terrorists were freed in exchange for 1 Israeli soldier. Among them was Sinwar, a man whom Betty Lahat and other prison officials had long warned was too dangerous to be set free. Betty Lahat said the following: I always told them, come and see them in jail. These aren't the same people you arrested. During his prison stay, the small-time terrorist has become an arch-terrorist, and Sinwar was no exception. Lahat's fears were tragically realized. Upon his release, Sinwar quickly resumed his role within Hamas, eventually becoming its leader in 2017. He was the architect of numerous terrorist attacks, culminating in the horrific massacre of October 7th, 2023, a day that will live in infamy. For Betty Lahat, the release of Sinwar and the subsequent horrors he unleashed are a source of constant torment. She wonders how things could have played out differently if there was any way to prevent the monster that Sinwar became. Faith is a part of my life, said Betty, and I know there was some bigger divine plan at work. But the question haunts me every day. Was there any way I could have prevented Sinwar's release, or at least prevented him from leaving prison healthy and in one piece? Today, Yahya Sinwar is a man on the run, hiding in the shadows, perhaps deep within a bunker somewhere in Gaza. But Israel has not forgotten. The hunt for Sinwar continues, and many hope that justice will soon be served. Yahya's story is a stark reminder of the complex challenges Israel faces in balancing security with humanity. It is a story of how one man's evil can grow unchecked, but it is also a story of resilience and the ongoing fight to protect the innocent. We hope for the day when Sinwar will be captured soon and brought to justice for his crimes. Until then, Israel remains vigilant, ever prepared to defend its people. If you found this story compelling, please consider subscribing to our channel, sharing this video with others, and leaving a comment below. Together, we can ensure that the world never forgets the stories that matter. God bless.